Hey everyone! In this video, I am going to be showing you the tutorial for the last performance I put out. Now, if you didn't get a chance to actually see that performance, I will leave a link in the description of this video. Excuse me. The cards that I'm going to be using are the Wise Magic 2nd Edition. I have a deck review on these that will be linked in the description as well. So, in order to do this effect, here's what you need. First of all, you need 52 cards. Take out the jokers and take out the add cards, and make sure you have 52. Otherwise, this effect isn't going to work. So there is sort of a setup to this. So all you really need to do is remember a card in the 25th position. Now, there are a few ways you can go about this. Now, you can do it like I did in the performance video. I just took one card I could remember easy, the Ace of Spades, for example, and I put it 25th from the top. And then I just did some false cuts and went straight into the effect. I will leave a link for some false cuts down below. If you know another way to do this impromptu, but also get a key card in the 25th position at the same time, go ahead. One way you could do this is with a call. If you're not familiar with the call, I will leave a link in the description. So the thing with the call is, I would recommend remembering a face card near the bottom of the deck, because you're going to be counting all of the other cards from the bottom up to 24. If you don't have a card near the bottom, you can cut and shuffle the deck until you have one. Okay, so let's just say for this uh, sort of tutorial, we're going to take the Ace of Diamonds as the key card. I'm going to start showing these are all different, but I'm going to start calling, and I'm going to start off by doing 4 groups of 5 cards each. And then I'm going to do 4 cards. And after that fourth card, I'm going to load in the ace. And that is going to be 25 cards. 5 times 5 is 25. So 4 times 5 is 20. If you add 4, there's your 24. One more is going to be 25. So really quick, let me show you. So I would know right now that here is my first group of 5. Here is my second group of 5. Here is my 3, 4, 5 third group of 5. Here's my fourth group of 5, so that's 20. And then I will push over 4 cards and load in that ace. Let's see if we're actually have it or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. So that's one way you could do it. Now, if you're a complete beginner out there and you want to do this from a shuffle deck, here's the best thing you can do. So the cards can be shuffled like this. You take them back and you say, okay, let's see if we have a full deck. We don't have jokers and we don't have add cards. You're going to count the cards up to the 25th card, remember it, and then keep going. But you're going to go to the end. I'm going to do it really quick, but I'm not going to go to the end here. But in real life, you would. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. And I would keep going all the way up to 52. Just to make things easy here, we are gonna take the 25th card, so the 7 of clubs, and we're gonna substitute it for the ace of spades. And we're also going to turn it face up. Now, in real life, it wouldn't be face up, but in this case, it's fine. And let me check from the top here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Okay, so the best way to do this would probably be to count from the top of the face down deck, because from the bottom, as you saw, I had to go a couple more cards. And once again, the key card would be face down, but for tutorial's sake, I will leave it face up. So once you remember a card 25th from the top of the face down deck, you're set to go. You can start off with false shuffles and false cuts. Once again, those will be linked in the description. Once you're done with that, you set the deck aside, and you're going to hand the participant something to write on with something to write with. And you're going to ask for them to write down a 2-digit number between 20 and 30. So technically, they can only go from 21 to 29. For some reason in this effect, they can't think of 20, but they can think of 30, and I will go over 30 at the end. So just to make things nice and simple, let's say they think of number 25. You wouldn't know the number, however. So you ask them to take the 2 digits in that number, add them together, and that is their new digit, really. So if I show you the second example, right right here, you can see 25, and this was from the performance video. So they had the 6 of spades at 21. So 25, 2 plus 5 is 7. And of course, at the end, when I get the card, I will write it down, and then I will show it to you one more time. And you can also take a screenshot, you can write it down, just for examples, if you feel like the participant might need one. But that's what you can do. So now you bring the deck back into play, and you want them to go ahead and cut about a third. Now, the thing with this is, first of all, you don't want them to cut right to your key card, okay? So if you feel like they're gonna cut to your key card, or if you're not too sure, or if they even cut deeper, you can say put back a couple of those cards for a smaller packet. Now, if they happen to pick up this, oh, this many cards, ask them to cut a couple more cards, okay? And really, I think right here is a good number, okay? Because it looks like it's more than 10, and they still didn't cut to the key card any. So the reason why I say you want more than 10 is because, well, 21 to 29, 2 plus 1 is 3, but 2 plus 9 is 11. If you have a packet of 6 cards, you can't remember the 11th card with 6 cards. So that's all it is there. Let's say they cut this many, and they just missed the key card, thankfully. So they can shuffle this packet, and when they're done, they're going to remember the card in their new generated number. A couple of things here. You don't want them reverse counting like this. Remembering the card, putting it on top, and then putting everything back on top. You want their card left in their number. Now, they could go ahead and reverse count, remember the card, leave it where it is, and then put everything on top. Technically, they could do that because the card is still going to be in the number. They cannot count from the bottom, however, they can count from the top like this, okay? So you're really going to want to watch out for what the participant does here. If you're not comfortable with it, you could always show them cards like this. Just the only thing with this is don't stop at 6 or 7. I wouldn't even recommend stopping at 11. That may seem a little suspicious. Try to go through the whole packet or a good chunk of the packet, and then you can ask them, do you have a card in mind? So they're gonna shuffle and they are going to remember the 11th card. So one, not the 11th, seven, so the seventh card. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. And in this case, they have the Jack of clubs. So they're going to leave the Jack where it is, put it back on top, and put down the pack. And now they can write down the Jack of clubs. This isn't necessary, just a lot of stuff going on here. So it's good if they write down their card. And make sure they're familiar with the suits too beforehand. Because you don't want it to be a diamond when it's a heart or a spade when it's a club. So you can take a picture of this, screenshot it, write it down, but here are two examples you can always use if you need to for the participant. They think of a number between 20 and 30, they take the two digits, they add them, they get the new number, therefore they remember the third card down. Hold on a second. Okay, let's keep going here. Okay, so they set down the packet, and with the bigger packet now, I say you can cut more than half. Really, they don't have to cut more than half. You just want to get past that key card. Okay? So if you don't have a good idea where the key card is, or if you're not sure, I always say just to be safe, cut it more than half, and they will leave you some cards left. So they're going to put this on top. And the great thing with this I put in is they shuffle the top half they cut off. They can't shuffle the second half because of the key card, but they can shuffle the third half. And in the video I learned this from, they just shuffle the third half. So it's up to you what halves you want shuffled, but they cannot shuffle the second half with the key card. So you're gonna turn the deck face up and you're gonna start showing these that these are all different. They shuffled it. They could have thought of any number and they could have thought of any card. You're gonna look for your key card right here and you're gonna cut it to the bottom of the face down half. So when you turn the deck over, their card would be on top. Okay? So I show these are all different. I talk about how they could have had any card. I see the key card. I split it. So now their key card is on the bottom of the face up half. And I cut everything. So when I turn it over, now their card is face down on the face, is on top of the face down half. So really, you're just going to cut their key card to the top of the face down half. They take the rest of the cards, they can shuffle these, and then they throw them on top. And now you're all set to find their card. So you say, okay, we're going to find your card in a series of steps here. We're first going to go for the number, we're going to go for the color, then we're going to go for the suit. So here's what it's going to look like, and then I will go over everything you need to know. So what was the number? 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Was it red or black? It was black, BLACK. And was it clubs or spade? It was clubs, CLUB. And right on the S is the jack of clubs. Okay, so getting into this, here is what you are going to need to know. And I actually have this written out beforehand, so you can screenshot, take a picture, write this down, whatever. Move this camera up some. Okay, so as you can see for the clubs, well, first of all, two of the suits are plural, so they're going to end with S. Two of the suits are singular, so they're not going to end with the S. So clubs and hearts are plural, spade and diamond are singular. When you spell clubs, you spell CLUB, and right on the S, like you saw, you're going to turn over the card, and that is going to be their selection. So on the S of clubs. For the spade, I'll get to the heart at the end. That's different than the rest. For the spade, it's singular, so they're going to spell SPAD, and when they get to the E, they turn it over. That's the card. So that's singular. The same thing with the diamond. They go DIAMON, and on the D, they turn it over, and that's their card. So for the S for clubs, the E for spade, and the D for diamond, they turn it over, and that is going to be their card. So plural for clubs, singular for spade, singular for diamond. However, for hearts, as you can see, you're going to spell HEARTS, and that next card they turn over is theirs. So hearts is the only suit where you need to spell the entire suit and then the next card is theirs. Whereas clubs, spade, and diamond is always going to be the last letter. And keep in mind, clubs and hearts is plural, spade and diamond is singular, the S in clubs is the card, the E in spade is the card, the D in diamond is the card, and then you spell the entire word hearts, and that next card is theirs. Okay? So hopefully you took a picture of that, and I want to go over this really quick here for you. So CBULC. Okay, so we counted whatever their number. Okay, so CLUBS. Okay, this seems better. Okay, so let's see here. SB. Okay, so if, for example, they had clubs, you counted to 25, you spelled black, and you say, okay, let's spell CLUB, and right on the S is gonna be their card. So for clubs, we have CLUBS right there. There's their card. For the spade, however, you know it's singular, so you're going to go SPADE right there. Now for the diamond, we have DIAMOND. Perfect. So you're going to go DIAMOND right there. And for the hearts, you're gonna spell the word hearts, Hearts, and this next card is theirs. So one more time, it's gonna be the S in clubs, the E in spade, the D in diamond, but for the hearts, you're gonna spell the entire word, and the next card is theirs. What about number 30? Really quick, I'll tell you, and then I will walk you through it. You're gonna say, okay, what was your number 30? I told you to think of a number between 20 and 30. 30 is in between 20 and 30, but rather than having the effect ruined, they're embarrassed, whatever, you say, I actually knew, however, you were going to think of number 30, hand them the deck, they count 30 cards, and the 31st card is theirs. So let's go over that really quick here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go with the Jack of Hearts. That's fine. It doesn't matter. So they cut off a portion of cards. They shuffle. They take the two digits and 30, 3 and 0, add them together, you get 3. So they remember the third card, the Jack of Diamonds, which is perfect. They leave it there. They cut more than half of these. They place them on top. Keep in mind, however, you're going to need to cut your key card to the top. They can shuffle the rest of these, and then they throw them on top. So now you thought of 30. So you're not going to spell the number, the color, then the suit. They thought of 30, go straight into 30, but they cannot think of 20. I actually tried 20, and their card appears somewhere around 30 to 31. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. And then 31 is right there. And that is the effect for today. So I hope you really enjoyed this one. This tutorial is quite long, but there are a few steps involved, so I wanted to make sure that you got all this. If you are new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time with a new video. Bye.